Yes, very much.
Thank you.
Okay, item 22. This is Santa Rita Eagle Academy.
We'd now like to welcome Santa Rita Eagle Academy. Tell us great things going on. I want to thank Principal James Palacios for hosting all of the just about all of the professional development we did in the summer. Your staff did an amazing job. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's Santa Rita.
Santa Rita, yes, sir. Board President Mike Hicks, board members, the governing board members, Superintendent Dr. Trujillo, and legal counsel, thank you for allowing us to present today. It's a two-part presentation. We got one that's a Santa Rita Eagle Academy, and behind that we're going to also present on the College and Career Ready Academy that we're also developing at our campus as well. So with me is our wonderful teacher, Eagle Academy teacher, who is the coordinator in all of this, May Casey. And I also have Dr. Darla Zerbis, who is the vice president of the East Campus of Pima Community College, who will also joining me for the presentation as well. So I would like to turn this over to Megan Casey, who will talk to you about the Eagle Academy.
Good evening, Mr. President, governing board members, Dr. Trujillo. Thank you so much for making time for us. I know that there's a lot going on right now. And I'm here tonight to share with you about a really exciting program that we have in place at Santa Rita. We call it the Eagle Academy. And it's offering amazing opportunities to students who once felt that graduation was totally out of reach. This is a group of students who feel like they've been left behind. And we would like to not only solidify that program at our campus, but also look at starting to share the Eagle Academy structure with other campuses. And I believe we have a video to start with. You do. If we can. There you go.
Hello, my name is Lisbeth, and I am a Santa Rita graduate.
My name is Megan Nelson, and I'm in the 12th grade. I've been going to Santa Rita since I was a freshman, so I figured I may as well finish out all of high school here.
Because it was the only place that I feel like I'd be able to graduate. I went to a charter school before, and my principal sat me down and told me that I wasn't going to graduate until December 2017. And I knew that I could graduate when I was supposed to on time with my class. So I came here and asked if they had any programs, and they had the Eagle Academy. And that's the reason why I was able to graduate with my class.
The Eagle Academy provided me with kind of a second chance to make up on some credits that I didn't get the first time around, so it gave me the opportunity to graduate without having to go to a different school.
A lot of confidence. My teacher was really helpful. I feel like I really did learn a lot more than I did over back in my charter school. I made a lot of new friends, and I mean, above all, I was able to graduate because of Eagle Academy.
My overall experience was difficult. It wasn't easy, but overall it's been good.
Well, there was a lot of different options. Everyone there, we always talked to each other, and everyone had different ideas on what they wanted to do. Some wanted to be a stylist, others wanted to be, like a police, a lawyer. And so seeing that, there's more options than what I really thought I could have.
Absolutely. It taught me a lot on computers and new software that I hadn't used before. So.
Okay, well, I take a lot better notes now because since I have to keep up with my classes and take tests and everything, I learned how to do the notes. And then I'm able to be around a specific amount of people all day, every single day, and without getting, grumpy or in a bad mood or get annoyed of them, because it's we really all just became a family in that class. Yeah, of course. I really do want to thank this whole program, especially Ms. Casey. And she was, really patient with us. She was, we always, she was part of our family also. We're all really grateful to her.
Absolutely. Without the Eagle Academy, I probably wouldn't have been able to graduate with not only class of 2017, but some of my other classmates. So thank you.
Thank you. I just thought we'd start out with some testimony to give you an idea of what we're working with. And I know we're pressed for time, so I'll move through the presentation relatively quickly. I believe you all have it, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask. There's several links in here that will take you to different examples of how we do things. So the Eagle Academy focuses on juniors, seniors, and in the first semester, fifth-year seniors aiming at a December graduation. We're looking at students who are anywhere between 5 to 15 classes behind and still showing up every day. Haven't given up, but don't know what they're going to do next. And that's a really viable question. What are you going to do? And you saw in the video, Lisbeth went to charter school, and it didn't work out for her. So what we do is we go through very carefully, and we have the student placement information, and look carefully at their credits. And we select students, and we do everything purposefully. We select students who we truly believe can be successful in that environment. But a big part of this is also communicating to them. And you can see here, we have the Eagle Academy Pledge. This is what each student is going to do to show up every day and really put the effort in. In addition, we communicate with the parents to let them know this is the program, these are the pros and cons, this is how everything's anticipated to work, timelines, and try and create sort of a united effort. Everybody's working together for one goal. And our graduation data has really shown that the program is working. We will have more late graduates this year than usual, but that's because we didn't have a math position last year, so English teacher teaching math. It got a little ugly sometimes. So not gonna lie. I know that credit recovery, everyone thinks, oh, that's such a sweet gig. I actually even had a friend who told me that, and I thought, oh, honey, if you knew. I am not sitting behind my desk with my legs propped up. It is nothing like that. This is complex, it's complicated, but if you work it, it works. And it starts with our physical classroom environment. Our decorations, displays, it's inviting. We have a lot of resources available for students. These are kids who are often looking for excuses not to try because they're so afraid to fail. And so we take that away from them. You don't have a pencil? I have a pencil. You don't have headphones to listen to your lectures? We have headphones for you. You need a textbook to check something? Here it is. We also have, and you can kind of see it in the top left there, every class period, individualized goals for each student based on their course, the level that they're at, and how close they are to completing. Because when a student thinks 13 courses, my God, I'm never going to make it, that's scary. But if we say, let's put a pin in 13 courses, and this class period, I just want 3%. 3% completion. It's one little bite at a time, and it makes it manageable. And those little bits of success, they're very addicting, and they really get the kids going. Now, our classroom is not necessarily traditional in that most of the time you go in, the teacher's at the front of the room, the kids are near the front. We're actually all kind of near the back. And the reason for this is that I need to be able to see all student screens. This picture is actually taken from my workstation. So I can see all screens at all times. Students are closer to me. And we put them really according to math because, unfortunately, math is the class that students struggle with the most. So we put our Algebra 1 students together, Geometry students, Algebra 2. That way they can support each other, but I'm also able to move quickly from section to section to offer them that support. These courses are rigorous. And I expect a lot from my students. This is not a diploma mill. We're not just clicking through until someone signs off and gives you that diploma. I want you to work for it. I want you to learn something. And so that means, though, I've got to be able to see what they're doing because sometimes there are temptations to go ahead and hit that Google button. And we want to make sure, hey, stop that. You can do this. We're here to support you. So that brings us then to atmosphere. And this is really everything in Eagle Academy. These are students who are so used to being written off or yelled at that it's all now about positivity. We know that mistakes were made in the past, things didn't work out, but this is not about that. This is about the future. And guess what? You still have a real chance at moving forward. We celebrate everything. It's constant appreciation. Today, I said thank you to a student because he corrected himself after he said the F word. He tried. He noticed the error, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. You're trying to improve. Every little bit of feedback. We build the relationship. We show them this is what you can do. And that really is shown here. We have our recognitions and our incentives. So every week we do weekly stars. We recognize students who have completed their courses or who met their goals consistently. There are shout outs for students who attended tutoring or did work from home. And we do select a student of the week who showed great attendance, effort, growth, progress. And it makes a huge difference. You wouldn't necessarily think that it would with this group level, but a lot of them never got to be student of the week. And it makes a big difference for them now. When they finish a course, they have a little star and they get to put their sticker on there, which I really didn't think was going to work when I first started this. There is competition over stickers, counting, placement. I had a senior ask me what I did with his last year. Promised him I have it. It's safe. But those little things, those little pieces of tangible success, they work for the little thing and then they grow to the bigger thing. I start by asking them 3% today, just all I need. And then they're coming in and saying, Ms. Casey, first and second period, I'm going to do English. Fourth period, I'm going to do geometry, and I need your help with that. And they're taking control of their learning. Education isn't happening to them. They're an active part in it. So right now, I'm spread a little bit thin. As a teacher, I've got all the usual things you'd expect, a really heavy emphasis on data. In this case, progress is almost more important than the grade, and the reason I say this is because the program will not allow them to move forward till they meet our passing thresholds, which are actually a little bit more challenging than a traditional classroom. So it's less about, oh, you have 100%. You could have 100% because you did do assignments and did well, and that was 4 months ago. What we need to see is that growth. I'm also, though, the coordinator. So I'm enrolling students. I'm making sure that they are getting their work done, that the certificates are being sent to the registrar, that all their transcripts are up to date. If there's anything related to the IEPs, I make those adjustments as well, because that is an option we can offer to support any student. So the data, this is what takes the most. It's so important students know where they are. Again, they hear 13 courses, they're terrified. But if they can see, this is what you're doing day by day. These are the things I'm worried about. This is what you have left to do. And also, I believe that you can do it, so let's make a plan. So I'm here asking for something, but I'm also offering something. We do need some extra help at Santa Rita. We could really use another teacher to help us as we implement this, and hopefully as we try to move this model outside of Santa Rita. But we are offering an opportunity to these students that they never thought that they could have. And we have to remember, we think of them as students, but they're going to get those diplomas and they are citizens, they're community members. We want the best for them. And I will absolutely tell you that the girl in the video, Lisbeth, when she finished, she took my cell phone, she called her old principal at her charter school, and she said, guess what, I'm graduating. You didn't think I could, but I am. This is making a difference for students. So I recognize things are tight right now, but anything you could do to support us and support these kids would be so meaningful. Thank you.
Thank you very much.